We have a king in the north. Let's talk about it. Well, everybody, I am pleased to come back in this glorious Week 11 coverage of the 2025 season of the Fumble Forecast. I'm Tom with my co-host here, Mr. Mark. And I am very happy that we can finally say something with impunity. It's time to bear down. I think the Bears, we have our division winner in the NFC North. I think that it has been decided. We have officially found a king seated in the North. All right, everybody, we're back. That might have been the fastest and longest technical difficulties we have ever had here on the Fumble Forecast. And the result is that Marky will not be having a camera today. Interestingly enough. So you get to just stare at my gorgeous mug for this episode. But like I was saying, the Bears, they have now been crowned king of the North, in my opinion. I am not concerned any longer with the Packers or the Lions, and I'm certainly not worried about the fucking Vikings. They are trash. Marky, will the Bears win their division?
It's quite possible. Let's see. Taking a look at their schedule.
They decide their own destiny here. They still have to play the Packers twice and the Lions once. So 3 of their remaining games are going to be against the Packers and the Lions. So,
And they also have to play us.
Well, they're going to lose that. That's just an automatic.
No, but what I mean is, it's going to... There won't be a tiebreaker for that.
No. I'm saying number 1 in their division. They're not getting the conference number 1. What are you talking about? You're crazy.
No, I know.
I got to tell you, though, man. Starting to get a little upset about the Rams.
The fact that they still have 2 games against Green Bay, who is probably the second best in that division, if not the best. It's really a 2-horse race between Chicago and Green Bay.
I'm bearing down, dude.
Minnesota.
I'm all bared up right now. I've been calling it for Packers... 2 years. I've been saying watch out for the Bears. And now I'm finally fucking right.
If the Packers somehow lose to the Vikings this week, I think the Bears have the shot. I think I'm bearing down.
I'm more interested to see if the Packers beat the Lions on Thanksgiving. I think that's going to be the real decider.
Oh, well, that's no question. The Lions are going to win on Thanksgiving.
I don't know. I don't know how much that would help the Bears, to be honest.
I don't think it'd really help them all that much.
I don't think it would make a difference no matter who wins that game, to be honest. But it would be nice if they tie with the Packers that they beat the Packers both times.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's going to be the thing. But who would have ever guessed, Marky? And I got to throw this out there because even I didn't see this coming, and I'm a big booster of theirs. Who, at the beginning of this season, would have guessed that the Panthers would be 6-5 at this point in the season? And I feel like if you had said that at the beginning of the season, I'd have smacked you and sent you to a mental asylum. Because nobody saw that coming. Nobody thought that the Panthers would be 6-5 right now. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I am feeling Sir Purr in my veins. The Sir Purr energy that I am feeling through the roof.
Yeah. No, it's the greatest success story of the season, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm surprised, to be honest. To see Bryce Young kind of turn it around a little bit is crazy to me. This past week, I just want to zoom in on this, okay? I know they did almost lose to the Falcons, but Bryce Young had 3 touchdowns, went 31 for 45, and 448 passing yards. That is crazy! My man was on some shit. You know he's getting a PED testing letter on his locker after that. Like, there's no way he doesn't. I was very impressed with Bryce Young, and I have to tell you guys. So everyone has been flaming me this season because I continue to do 2 things: support Michael Penix Jr. and support Bryce Young. I have been getting flamed for this stance that I have. I refuse to back down. I think Bryce Young has the makings of what is required to be a good quarterback. Not fantastic. Good at this point. And I also think that Michael Penix has the ingredients in the soup to be good. I think that the ingredients are there. Like, they just need to stir the cauldron a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I think with the right tutelage, right coaching, right mentorship, I think that Bryce Young and Michael Penix Jr. can become very good quarterbacks. All right, now I guess we just both aren't going to have cameras tonight. Oh, there we go.
Told you.
Oh, Jesus Christmas. But yeah. So that's kind of where we're at on that. What is happening, man? Sir Purr needs to come over here and save me. Wait a second.
It's just not our day.
Okay, that has nothing to do with it. That has nothing to do with it. Damn. Both times that happened, I had put something down, and I was like, oh, I found out what's going on. No. Unfortunately, could not replicate. So yeah, I'm feeling good about the Panthers. Here's the question, though, Mark. Are the Panthers going to win the division?
It's really tough because because just like the Bears, they have their toughest rival twice still here to end the season. They have the Bucks twice still.
Yeah.
Like it's tough.
I agree. Dude, I think that this is going to be the case where the Buccaneers and the Panthers, they aren't going to be able to sit their starters for a week to end the season.
No, they're not. The Bears might be able to. I doubt it. They might be, depending on how
it all depends.
These next week, but the Bucks Panthers absolutely not. They can't,
let me tell you,
they can't afford it.
If the Packers lose to the Lions and then the Bears beat the Packers twice, Bears might sit their starters in week 17.
Yeah.
Or no, not week 17, week 18.
And they should, but that's a big ask.
It just depends.
I don't know.
If they're up by 2 games, they'll sit them. And they should.
Yeah, no.
And they better. Yeah, I don't know, dude. We might see the Bears be the number 3 seed in the NFC this season. Legitimately.
Crazy work.
That's wild. Now let's skip over the AFC really quick. What the hell is going on with the Dolphins? They just turned it on and now they're winning games?
Yeah, well, it's quite simple, really, Tom.
Yeah, they fired the GM.
They're just being the Dolphins.
They fired their GM and got rid of their best defensive player, and now they're good. Explain it.
They can't for the life of them help themselves from not fucking up a supposed rebuild. They can't keep talent that they have. They are a poorly managed team.
I can't disagree. It's got to fall on McDaniels at a certain point, right?
Yeah, well, it
has to.
Right now, Right now, it has to fall on McDaniels and the ooh and
I think they're going to keep McDaniels for one more
the owner.
year. I think they're going to keep McDaniels for one more year. They're going to scapegoat the GM for this season.
Hmm.
That's what's going to happen. I'm just calling it. For any Dolphins fans out there listening, you're going to have McDaniels for another season. It's going to happen. Especially now that he's winning a couple games. Yeah, you're going to see him next season. Another thing, switching over to the AFC still, the Patriots and the Broncos. Who do you think's going to outpace who? Because, dude, the Patriots, they do not have a hard schedule on the rest of this season. They got the Bengals into the Giants, into the Bills for a Patriots home game, into the Ravens, into the Jets, into the Dolphins. There's only one game there that I think they might lose, and that's the Ravens game. I
Uh,
guess the real question here is what the fuck happened to the Bills?
well, they have their whole dead cap tied up. No, this. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna beat a dead horse.
I
Uh,
like beating dead
they.
horses, dead
I don't know.
heaths.
It's really strange because at times it feels like they're really putting their foot on the gas. This is going to be our year, and then they just let off, and it doesn't
Yeah.
make sense why.
Yeah, like I don't understand. How do they get 30-13 against the Bills? But then they go to the Buccaneers, objectively a better team than the Dolphins, and put up 44 points. How?
I don't know.
Like it's just
May
really
it
inconsistent. And then also if you go back a little bit further, the Bills lost to the Falcons 24-14. What the fuck happened there?
it could it could just be that they're trying to save their strength for the games that matter.
No, that's ridiculous. They are down on the season and they are just got clobbered by the fucking Dolphins with all their starters on the field.
I know.
That's not
I
an
understand.
excuse.
I know. I agree.
I don't want to hear it. But I will say that they do
But
have a
I
really
it's
easy
just
schedule.
the
Like these
Bills.
AFC the AFC East teams, they have easy schedules for the remaining part of the season, man. Like the Patriots, Dolphins, and Bills, they have pretty easy schedules. Like for the Dolphins, it's Saints, Jets, Steelers, Bengals, Bucks, and then Patriots. They are probably gonna lose 2 of those 6 games. But like they have a chance to win most of these games. So I mean they might win out. They might legitimately end the season like 8-9 or 9-8. So I mean that's not too bad. The Bills, I legitimately think there is potential here for them almost to lose out. They might. I know they're gonna beat the Browns. I know they're gonna beat the Jets, and I know they're gonna beat the Bengals. So that three games that I think they're going to win, most likely to win. But I don't think they're gonna beat the Eagles. I don't think they're gonna beat the Patriots, and I don't think that they're gonna beat the Steelers, and I don't think that they're gonna beat the Texans this week. So like it's entirely at least the Texans. It's a coin flip for me. I'm not sure one way or the other which team is going to win or which team I prefer. I think they're pretty evenly matched right now at this point in the season. But I gotta tell you, like, it's entirely possible still. Like, it's still actually in the cards that the Dolphins could take the number 2 spot in the AFC East. Legitimately. And that's just kind of like, if that happens. All right, let me put it to you this way. If the Bills go to 3rd on the season in their division, do you think they finally get rid of Sean McDermott?
They would have to.
They don't have
If they
to. They fucking love that guy for some reason.
Okay, but seriously, how many? He's been there how long, right? It's,
I mean, he's been there 6 years, I think. Pretty
he's been
sure.
there since 2017, right?
Okay, so 8 years.
So in those 8 years, he's taken them to
Zero Super Bowls.
0 Super Bowls
Like five
and
AFC championship games.
5 AFC Championship
Like
games,
4 or 5.
and then in perhaps their best opportunity, they lose out and don't even go to the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, dude, we have a pretty weak AFC this season. This is the Bills' chance to get to the Super
Like
Bowl.
honestly, if they don't even get into the playoffs, fire his ass. Like there's no reason that they
Yeah.
shouldn't get into the playoffs.
Or even if they go to the playoffs and have a first round exit, get the fuck rid of that guy. Honestly, if they go to the Super Bowl and lose, get rid of that motherfucker. I'm just
Yeah.
telling you right now, if the Bills don't fire Sean McDermott at the end of this season, barring that they win the Super Bowl or something crazy happens, if they don't fire
Yeah.
Sean McDermott, their championship window slam shut. Done. I have had enough of Sean McDermott. He's a fucking bonehead most of the time. But that speaking of bonehead, that leads us into the thing that the highlight of the evening here for us to discuss. Dan Campbell is a
He's a
fucking
fucking
bonehead.
bonehead.
Like,
But I love him.
I love that he's a bonehead. Don't get me wrong. I'm actually pro Dan Campbell. Let me make that very clear. I like Dan Campbell. But he's a bonehead. 0 for 5 on fourth down attempts against the Eagles this past Sunday night. I can understand going for it once. I can understand going for it twice, 3 times, maybe 4 times. But on the 5th time that you didn't get it, you're still going to go for it? And
Yes.
then here's the thing that really bothers me about his calls to go for it on fourth is that at the very end of the game, right? He chose to punt on a fourth instead of go for it. Why not keep the philosophy consistent here, Dan? You know what I'm saying? Like he punted at the end of the game when the game is on the line. Why not go for it there? Because if you're punting it and you don't get it back, you lose anyway. So, I'd like explain that one to me, Marky. Why would the philosophy suddenly change there? Was the 6th time going for it just one too many? Very strange. And the way that they used their timeouts
It's
was real weird too. Like it was kind of boneheaded.
yeah.
So yeah, bonehead. I will say Jared Goff did not have the night of his life. 14 for 37. Somehow still threw for 255 yards though. Don't know how that works. Had a touchdown and a pick. Jamar Gibbs only managed to run for 39 yards on 12 carries, which isn't too horrible to be honest. That's above the 3 yards per carry average, which is what you need to see as a running back. So pretty standard performance from him. But Jahmyr Gibbs receiving yards, he received 107 yards. He was their top receiver and their top running back. Just strap a fucking cape to the guy at this point. Like, what the fuck is that? Jahmyr Gibbs made up half of their offense by himself.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, I want to throw this out here. I'm circling the panic button for the Eagles even though they won. Like I'm hovering that shit ready to slam it at a moment's notice. Okay? And the reason I say that, now that we've talked about the Lions, it's time to talk about the Eagles. The Eagles' defense, Hall of Fame. One of the best defensive performances I've ever seen, ever. Fantastic,
Superb.
lights out defense. Yes, superb. But the Eagles' offense, on the other hand, they just can't get it done. They just, and here, listen, they're just not that good. I said it.
Yeah.
I said it. Crucify me. The offense is just not that good. It is so not impressive, and I'm tired of pretending that it is impressive because it's not. I said last week that if we saw him flub it again, I was going to be the first one off of the bandwagon. The offense sucks. 2 weeks in a row against good teams has demonstrated to me that we cannot hang with good teams on offense. We just can't. It is not there. The fuel on the fire is not there. The energy is not there. The scheme is not there. The ability to change on your feet real quick, not there. The ability to read a defense and know where to put the ball, not there. And then the thing that really, the icing on top of the swirl that made it so miserable was them force feeding AJ Brown the ball. I get it, he's upset. I get it, he's the star receiver. I get it, you want to throw it to him. But you can't just force the ball to him every pass. He had 11 targets. And I'm just like, why? Why are we forcing it to the guy? There were 28 total pass attempts in this game by Jalen Hurts. AJ Brown was 11 of the targets. What are we doing? Why is this happening? And another thing, I love AJ Brown. I don't want him to go anywhere. I like the guy both as a person and as a player. Pretty legit dude. But I can't help it. I have to say this. He gave up on a couple of them passes. And that's just unforgivable for somebody who's complaining that the ball is not coming to them. If you're going to complain that the ball is not coming to you, you better fucking make plays when the ball comes to you. And he didn't. He gave up on multiple balls. Your turn, little Marky. How do we feel about the offense?
The offense is garbage, and I want Kevin Patullo gone, and I want AJ Brown to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I think this was
I,
kind of a shut the fuck up game for him.
like, look, I saw it. I saw it very clearly in one of the passes. It was one of the deep passes to AJ where it like the ball landed in the end zone.
Yeah, down the sideline. That's the one that
Down.
I'm thinking of as well.
I'm sorry, but that wasn't AJ going top speed.
Well, no,
That
he
was
slowed down. Here's what AJ said about that. I don't know if you heard this, but AJ said about that he was hand fighting with the corner and he couldn't get through it and speed back up again. Brother, that is the fifth string corner of the Lions. You can't be letting the fifth string corner handcuff your ass. Now listen, I'm not saying I can do better, right? Like I'd be fucked if I was trying to catch a ball on an NFL team. Okay, it just wouldn't happen. But at the same time, I know he can do it, and he just didn't. For me, I'm seeing a lack of energy and fire. You know what I'm saying? I'm not seeing that can do. You know what I'm saying? Like he needs to find his like wabi sabi here, you know? Like he needs to get into the groove. Because the thing is, once you stop caring, it doesn't matter if you're a good athlete or not. You don't care. And
then,
that kind of play demonstrates to me that he doesn't care.
and though I will point first and foremost all blame towards the scheme and Kevin Patullo Patullo, I do gotta say, no, it's true. I just cannot, because running the same exact plays back to back to back to back
You
in this
mean
game,
3
which we
times up the
did.
middle with Saquon for no gain?
Yeah, that is
That's not a
fucking
good
dumb.
idea? Are you sure that's not a
But
good idea?
I have to say this: the O line isn't performing as well either. They,
Yeah, but there's a difference.
eh,
The O-line
no,
has multiple injuries. A.J. Brown is
I'm,
healthy.
I'm not, I'm not blaming the O line.
Oh, I
I'm
am.
not blaming them. They could.
They're all guilty, as far as I'm concerned. Not a single bright spot on that offense on Sunday night. Not even one. I try my best to find positive things. There is only one positive thing that I can say about the performance on this past Sunday night, and that is that they didn't turn the ball over. That's the only positive thing that they did. But the reason they didn't turn the ball over is because they only had the ball for a couple of seconds every time.
Yeah, it's hard to turn the ball over when you go 3 and out in 30 seconds.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
I just, why is it so inconsistent? When they lined up all the go routes to a scripted quarterback keeper, where is that creativity? Who called that? Was that Sirianni? I know for sure it wasn't Patullo. Was it AJ?
I
Was
think
it
Jalen
was it
Hurts made that decision.
was it Hurt? It worked. It fucking worked because
Yeah,
it
let
was
that guy call more
different.
plays.
It was different. How many games we have now played? 10 games. The O line
11.
cannot create.
Oh, wait, we had our bye week. Never mind. Continue.
The O line cannot create inside lanes. Stop running it up the fucking gut.
You
It's
know
not
the
gonna
most
work.
perplexing thing of that is that whenever they decide to run it around the sides, it works exceptionally well. And they just refuse to keep doing it. It's very weird.
Yeah, I,
Like, it's
I
almost like
don't
they're seeing the
get it.
things that work and deciding to stop doing them. Because, like, the thing that's really, really fucking frustrating about this past Sunday, and honestly, the Monday night before against the Packers, the thing that is most frustrating about these two games is that they string together drives. Like in this Lions game, they strung together a really competent drive. At the start of that Packers game, they strung together a really competent drive. It looked great. Like the game against the Packers opened and you're like, "Oh my god, they're cruising down the field. This is great. Oh my god, they must have fixed it during the bye week. This is fantastic." And then fumble, and then they haven't been able to string together a good drive since. And last night, Sunday night, the Lions game. There's every now and then you see like a flash of greatness, like a flash of we're slinging the ball all over the place, distributing it effectively to everybody, and then all of a sudden 3 runs up the middle, up the gut for a gain of 0, and then you punt it. Why? What's going on? Who is the thing that's bothering me? Just like Dan Campbell with changing his philosophy of going for it on 4th when he really should have gone for it on 4th. Why did we see a change of philosophy when the offense starts playing well? Why are they not consistent with what they want to do? Like, you're just driving down the field full throttle, and then you just turn it off. You just turn off the gas. Fuck it. We're just going to go back to what doesn't work. Why? Just keep doing it until they stop you. Just jam it up their fucking ass until they stop it. I don't get it. What is going on?
It makes no sense.
Like, I'm getting to the point where, like, because, I mean, hey, you guys know me. I'm a big booster for Jalen Hurts. His performance was dog shit. Terrible. Every single part of this game except the turnovers went horribly. And you know what? I am tired of hearing the excuse of, well, they won the game. Yeah, the only reason that they won this game is because we had lights out Hall of Fame defense. if we did not have lights out Hall of Fame defense holding the Lions to 9 points and the Packers to 7 points, we would have lost both games. There is absolutely no excuse that you can give the offense at this point. Like the point is the defense is so good at this point. Normally when you have a good defense, and I was telling Mark this the other day. Normally when you have a good defense, they make it so that you don't lose a game. You know what I mean? But this defense is so good that they're making sure we win games. They're not stopping us from losing. They're making sure we win by getting the turnovers, stopping them on third and fourth down, getting those 3 and outs. That's what our defense is doing, and that's the only reason we won the last 2 weeks. The only singular reason. Because I'm sorry, but Jalen Hurts showing up and throwing 135 fucking yards against the Lions when they don't have 4 or 5 of their starting defenders? How the fuck do you not throw for 200 yards automatically without trying? Your number 1 receiver, a supposed top 5 receiver in football, can't get open against their 5th string corner. What is happening? And it can't be just Kevin Patullo. I know you are a big hater of Kevin Patullo. It can't be just Kevin Patullo. It can't be. Let me ask you this, Mark. How many coordinators do we have to go through where we consistently see the same fucking problems over and over again before we don't blame the coordinator anymore? Maybe there's something else going on. Because, like, let's be real, dude. The offense last year wasn't chiming it in all the time either. It wasn't until the playoffs that they even really looked good in the passing game. The only reason we won anything last year was because Saquon had a Hall of Fame once-in-a-generation season. And that's the only reason. I just don't get it, how we have 2 top 10 receivers and a supposed top 5 quarterback, and we can't get more than 135 passing yards against a team that's missing 5 of their starters on defense. How does that work? Explain it to me. I demand an answer. Because I'm tired of defending this shit. I can't with it. I can't. And I already know what everybody's gonna say. It's gonna be, oh, well, I mean, he didn't turn the ball over. We won the game, didn't we? Yeah, sure, but that kind of stuff doesn't work long term. That kind of stuff doesn't win you championships and playoff games. In order for us to win that championship game and torch the Chiefs, we had to throw the ball a lot. Jalen was throwing fucking dimes in that game. Where the fuck is he? Like, where's the message getting lost here? Sorry, I kind of went off a little bit on that one. I'm a little excited. You couldn't tell.
It's deserved. It's deserved. It's the like it's been obviously it's a lot worse for you or and longtime fans in general, but for me it's been 4 seasons, right?
Oh, Marky, this is what us Eagles fans are used to.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, this specifically for me, right? 4 seasons. First season, they looked pretty good. They went to the Super Bowl. We lost. Great, but we went to the Super Bowl. We looked good. Next season, we lose our coordinators, the chuckle fucks that we bring in, garbage. We have a first round exit. We went to the playoffs, but we had a first round exit, and it was trash.
It was a disaster.
Next season, we get people who we get the coordinators who had experience.
Vic Fangio and Kellen Moore.
And what happens?
Super Bowl.
We have a rough start. We go into the bye, and then we come out looking like superstars because we figured it out. Was the offense always great? No. but they still did different things. They still generated points. They still looked good.
Let me put it to you this way,
Now
Mark.
we go.
This season, we have the 29th ranked offense right now.
It, God, I like. I
At least that's
like
what I
our
understand.
defense. I love our defense. I love our defense. I am so happy with Vic Fangio. I'm so happy with the defensive players. How he has done no wrong on the defensive side of the ball, right? But I'm also trying to get my friends into enjoying this. And if you don't already like football, one side of the ball playing really well while the other side doesn't does not make for an enjoyable experience.
Oh.
And it's just frustrating.
Yeah, we're 25th right now in yards per game. 25th. That's just crazy. I just don't get it. I don't understand how the defense could be so incredible and the offense can just be so fucking bad. Explain it to me, Marky. I want to know.
Damn, I
Give me an
can
answer,
explain it to you.
Mark. But yeah, no, like it's clear that they tried to force feed the ball to AJ, and it was just so hideously ugly. It was so bad.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember there was a point in the game where they forced AJ the ball on that weird fucking screenplay to AJ Brown? Bro, that's not how he plays football. That ain't his game. He doesn't catch screens and sprint down the field. That's not AJ Brown. AJ Brown gets open in distance and he's tall and physically overpowers people. That's AJ's game. He's not a speedster. Why are we throwing screens to him on 3rd and 10 and shit? Like, what the fuck is going on? They were clearly just trying to feed him the ball to make him shut up.
Mm-hmm.
And like, dude, here's another thing. So we had a whole lot of snaps. All right. 30 of our offensive snaps were running plays straight up. Jalen ran it 10 times. He had 10 carries. So if you can include Jalen's carries with the running backs, they ran for 40 times. But we only passed it 28 times. What kind of fucking mix is that? Who is brewing up this potion of pain and despair? I feel like I've been forced to drink hemlock every time I watch the Eagles offense take the field. Ugh. Oh,
Milk
God. That's
milk
so
of hemlock
hideously
coming
ugly.
up.
Yeah. Dude, Jesus Christ. Just put the bleach in my eyes. Please, I can't watch the Eagles offense anymore. I can't.
I really liked when you texted me at the beginning of the game. Why is there piss in my eye?
Why are they pissing in my eyes, Marky? Everything is piss. All right. I think we've summed up our feelings on the Eagles at this point. So, next thing I want to talk about, this is Cowboys week. We're going to make it quick. Cowboys don't have much for us to talk about. The Eagles are going to go down to Texas And they're just going to publicly humiliate the Cowboys. They're going to spank the shit out of them. Just like we did in week 1. We embarrassed the fuck out of them. I don't see any reason to believe that the Cowboys are even going to put up a fight against the Eagles. But, you know, they always play hard against each other. I expect that the Eagles will win. Probably like a 21-14 kind of situation. How are you feeling, Marky?
I'm feeling like the defense is gonna come in there and Dak's gonna get
Rocked.
what Goff and Love got.
Yeah. So let's just run down the rest of the Eagles' schedule really quick.
I
Going to
swear
the
to God,
Cowboys.
no, I've just had a premonition.
Oh no.
They're gonna try to bait Carter again.
Oh no. I don't think that's gonna happen again, and I think Carter's smarter than that.
Hope so. Because
Yeah, I think he got a real stern talking to and a fat fine for that. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna be chill.
well, somebody just recently was fined for spitting.
Yeah, that wasn't Jalen Carter though.
I know, but I'm just saying, like,
Jalen Carter learned his lesson, is what I said. That doesn't mean everyone else did. But yeah, so let's run down the rest of the Eagles' schedule really quick. Going to the Cowboys next week. Then we play the Bears at home. Then the Chargers. Then the Raiders. Then the Commanders, Bills, and then Commanders again. I think we beat the Cowboys. I think we beat the Bears. I think we beat the Chargers. I think we beat the Raiders. I think we beat the Commanders. I think we beat the Bills. And then I think we don't even put our starters out there in the last week. How are you feeling? Let me ask you this. On the rest of the season, who are you most scared of? Because I'll tell you who
I
I'm most scared of. Unironically, I think the Bears are the hardest game there for the Eagles.
it's either the Bears or the Bills.
No, the Bills aren't scary at all. Bills are trash. They just lost to the Dolphins. I'm gonna dangle that like keys in front of a toddler for the rest of my days. So yeah, I think the Eagles have a legitimate chance to win out here. So what is that? 7 games. We might see a 15-2 Eagles season this year. That's just crazy. And you know what's even crazier? There's a legitimate chance that the Rams and the Bears almost keep up with us. Like, I'm sorry, but if we have multiple 15-win teams, that's like crazy. I legitimately think that we need to make a petition where if an owner like owns a team and the team is so bad for a long enough period of time, like let's say it's 5 years of losing seasons in a row, I think that he should be forced to sell the team. Are we in agreement here, Marky?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Because like, I'm sorry, dude, but the Browns need some new leadership. I'm sorry, dude, but the Jets need some new leadership. I'm sorry, dude, but the Titans need some new leadership. Like, and the Raiders too,
The
honestly.
the Giants and Dallas though they can stay.
Yeah. Anybody in the NFC East other than the Eagles, like you guys just you keep doing your thing. And it says that in the NFL rules, except for the Commanders, Cowboys, and Giants. But yeah, I don't know, man. At this point, we might actually see an Eagles-Patriots Super Bowl. And I kind of don't want that. The team I would least want to face is the Patriots. Because they're hot, dude. Like red
Oh,
hot.
it's either going to be them or it's going to be Denver.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of what it's looking like at this point. So I don't know, man. I think I'd rather play Denver if I had to choose. I actually am starting to think that the NFC conference championship game might be fucking lit. All right, so we've kissed all of our babies. Now there's only one thing left to do today, Mark. What is your game of the week for this next week? I got to tell you, brother, there are a lot of stinkers this week.
Yeah, this is the
This is not the best week of the season. I'll just start first. Unironically,
Mhm.
I think the Panthers 49ers is going to be a really good game.
I was going to point that out.
Like, actually, I can't believe I'm flipping the switch here. The Panthers are actually worth watching. I can't believe what has happened.
I
And the
also think
Steelers
that
Bears.
I think Tampa Rams.
Oh no, the Rams are going to absolutely destroy the Buccaneers. Like that's cooked.
Let's see what else. What else? Ah,
The Colts Chiefs.
yeah. You ready for the
Yeah,
Colts to get
I'm
their
locking it in.
second win?
I'm locking it in. It's the Panthers 49ers. That's the game of the week.
I'll throw my hat at mm, is is he gonna be back for this? I don't think so, right?
Who, Joe Burrow?
Yeah.
No,
I
he's
was
not back, I don't think. Here, let's look it up really quick. Just really quick.
If Burrow's back, then Patriots Bengals would be my pick. But I don't think he's back. Uh, apparently he's returned to practice.
Well, yeah, we knew that. The Thanksgiving game is his return. So he will not be back.
I'll throw my hat at the Bucks then.
Yeah. Well, I agree with you. If Burrow were playing this week, that'd be a top game to watch. But he isn't. He is expected to come back for the Thanksgiving night game against the Ravens, though. That'll be a good ass fucking game, man. But yeah, all right. So I think that about wraps us up. Unless you want to do winners and losers, but the obvious loser this week is the Eagles offense, and the obvious winner this week is the Eagles defense. Wrapped it up real easy there. Honestly, the winner could just be the Bears as an organization. Go Bears. Bear down, everybody. All right. Did you have anything
And
else you wanted to add, Marky?
I just can't. I just can't wait for Thanksgiving, bro.
Feel you.
3 games of three games of football. If only
They're
I could
all
be up
good.
there, bro. Yeah. God damn, man.
Good games on Thanksgiving. 3 good games. And then a really good game for the Black Friday game, despite it being at 3 p.m. What the fuck is that? Yeah.
Eh,
So,
I know, but it just feels bad, because like I'm gonna have nobody to watch the games with, man.
I'll be there.
Yeah, but
I don't know what my
at the
family's
very
gonna.
least, at the very least for the Dallas game, I assume you guys would probably be together.
No, actually,
So
we're
I guess we
not.
could do. No?
No. Well, we could talk about this off stream. But have a nice night, everybody.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us for the Fumble Forecast, week 11 of 2025. And we hope that you have a fantastic evening. Remember to hit like, subscribe, do all the things, share with 5 friends, do all your craziness. And we will see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.